God bless you. I'm God's gift, God's messenger. I'm back with more perspective on what's really going on. So we're trapped in the third dimension, which is a world that's on top of two worlds. You know what I mean? And so the reason why the white man who is in charge of the fire, right, have rebelled against God is because he wants to be God. And that's the reason why he's at odd with the yellow man, which is the Asians, who was in charge of, mastering the air element in the third dimensional existence, right? And that's why he's at odd with the black man, who was in charge of mastering the air element, the water element in the three-dimensional experience. And that's why he's at odds with, the red man, which is the Indians, and whose job was to master the earth element in the three-dimensional experience. However, you know what I mean? We learn the fifth element through the word of God. Now, I really want to encourage you to really dig deep into this. Now, we're going, December 21st is happening. Why am I telling you all of this? I'm telling you this so that you can take this information, vibrate on it, and give it to other people. You see what I'm saying? Pass this information along, because December 21st, 2012 is coming. Now, on that day, a lot of things is going to take place. You know what I mean? The Mayans were very elite people. They mastered all four elements, making them superior in mathematics, making them superior in archaeology, making them superior in trigonometry, chemistry. They were superior in astrology. And they've invented the short calendar and the long calendar. The long-term calendar, Mayan calendar, is more sophisticated and more accurate than any calendar known to man. Even their time that they invented was a time that's more precise than the atom time that we're using right now. And their calendar is far more advanced and far more accurate than the Gregorian calendar that we're currently using in the Western Hemisphere. And so they've charted. They're the reason why we understand that the Earth rotates around the sun every 26,000 years. They're the reason why we know that the exact level, the exact location of the North Pole and the exact location of the South Pole. And we know by the Mayans, who documented the exact center place of the Milky Way galaxy. They documented the exact mileage between the Earth and the sun, and the distance between the Earth and the moon, and the distance between the moon, the sun and the moon, and the distance between the stars. They've documented the birth and the death of certain stars. They documented all of the different signs in the stars, the different planets. They were visited by the Pleiades. They visited the Pleiades. You see what I'm saying? And so when the Mayans predict that December 21st, 2012 will be the final day on Earth, and they end their calendar never documenting anything other than concluding their calendar, there is something to be alarmed about. Now, when Nostradamus predicts that an asteroid will hit the Earth, causing a great devastation, that's something to be, these are things that you should consider. You see what I'm saying? Albert Einstein predicted that there would be a shifting in the solars, and that the polar caps would shift, causing great devastations and catastrophes on the Earth. The Hopi Indians predicted that there would be a cleansing and a great purification on the Earth. You see what I'm saying? The Chinese, in the book of I Ching, which is the book of change, they predicted great tragedies, wars, and famines, and earthquakes and tsunamis and things that's unimaginable. In the book of Saint Malachai, they predict that there will be one final pope. Some people predict that the Great Atlantis is gonna return. That's a magic city of crystals and gold that's under the sea right now. A world that's under the sea that's gonna return. Some people predict that the Fire Nation, which is being governed by the Illuminati, which is being machined or engined by the Illuminati, is going to achieve their new world order and set up FEMA camps and imprison people. Some people believe that, the book in the Bible fulfilling the prophecy that the apocalypse is going to happen. Muslims believe that Christ is going to return. You know what I mean? Having unsealed the seventh seal of God, releasing his wrath and then coming and getting his people. You see what I'm saying? Christians believe that Christ is going to return. The Jewish believes in that Christ is going to return. You see what I'm saying? There's a lot of prophecies centered around December 21st, 2012. And I'm telling you this because it's very important that we have to make amends with the four elements. We need to go back to the earth and say, I'm sorry for all of the things that I've done. Please forgive me, but feel my pain. Human beings are becoming extinct because of the white man who was in charge of the Fire Nation. They did us a great injustice. However, I blend with you, fire. Blend. We need to become one with the sun, and don't rely on the white man to teach us fire no more. We need to blend in with the sun. The sun is the greatest energy on earth right now. It is the generator, the fuels all life source on earth right now. So we need to blend in with the sun. You see what I'm saying? And say, I become one with you, son. Become one with me. Feel my pain. I want to survive. The human race needs to survive. I encourage you to blend in with the sun. I encourage you to go out to the water and blend in with the water and become one with the water element. I encourage you to blend in with the earth and become one with the earth element. And I encourage you to blend in with the air and become one with the air element. You see what I'm saying? And when you do that, and when you blend in with those four elements, you become the fifth element, which is the element of love, and which is the weapon that we're going to need to fight the Fire Nation, who is refusing to come to the table and provide peace for the earth. You see what I'm saying? And so if the Fire Nation, which is the white man, don't want peace on earth, then we as a people need to come together. The water element, the air element, and the earth element need to come together and realize, listen, they're not going to come, so we need to blend in and become one with the fire element, which is the sun, and ask God, you see what I'm saying, to have mercy on us, so that when December 21st comes, you see what I'm saying, we can evolve into a greater state of existence, and they will have to experience, the great catastrophes and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? Now, December 21st is very important because it's documented that it is the time when the earth completes its 26-year wobble around the sun. Yet it's very unique because it's the only time in history when it's the time it completes the cycle where the earth and the sun meets at the very center place of the Milky Way galaxy. That's very important. However, it completes the cycle of the equinox, which is the changing of the seasons. The 12 seasons, when it snows, the rain, and all that. It completes the cycle of the seasons of the equinox. So it's not going to be no more seasons after December 21st. You see what I'm saying? That completes that right there. Also, when on December 21st, 2012, when the earth aligns with the sun in the middle place of the Milky Way galaxy, something great happens, because the middle place of the Milky Way galaxy is considered the birthplace of all of creation known to man. Every planet, everything existing in the universe was created from the exact center place of the Milky Way galaxy. You see what I'm saying? And so that portal is opening up at that time. Why? Because earth meets with sun being the greatest, is the life source of the planet earth, right? And it is the energy source. It is the generator of earth. Now, when the Milky Way galaxy, when we align in the center of the Milky Way galaxy, that is the center of all creation. That is God. If a scientist can, put a name on God, then that will be the center of the Milky Way galaxy. It's the birthplace of everything known to man and everything known to everything. You see what I'm saying? So at that time, whatever your mind frame is, at the time that, you see what I'm saying, the earth and the sun aligns in the center place of the Milky Way galaxy, at the time when whatever mind frame you're in, when the earth and the sun meets God, other words, then that's what you're gonna portal into, because we're moving out of 3D, which is the third dimension, which is earth. Earth means material. We're moving out of earth and we're going into the fifth dimensional plane. And on the fifth dimensional plane, or in the fifth dimensional existence, the level field is gonna be equal. You see what I'm saying? Because the white man, which was the fire nation, didn't bring to the yellow man the air nation, the black man, the water nation, and the red man, the earth nation, their teachings of the fire. You see what I'm saying? And so in the fifth dimension, it's gonna level the playing field, because in the fifth dimensional experience, our thoughts become physical. So whereas in the 3D experience, in the third dimension, which is earth, we were living on the manifestations of the first two dimensions. So everything that the hopes and the desires from the first dimension, which was the ground, and the hopes and the desires from the second dimension, which was the water, became the physical manifestations of the third dimension, which was earth, our holographic experience on earth. Yet we're going to leave earth on December 21st, when the earth and the sun meets at the middle place of at the center place of the Milky Way galaxy. In other words, we're facing God. You see what I'm saying? So the center place of the Milky Way galaxy is God, because it's the birthplace of all creation in the universe. So when the sun and when the earth, right, the whole entire earth and the sun aligns and it meets the center place of the galaxy, of the Milky Way galaxy. In other words, the sun is our lens. The sun is the lens that God is going to use to look at earth. So God judges. The Bible says he knows the heart and the intent of man. You see what I'm saying? The judgment day is December 21st. And whatever mind frame you have is going to determine where you're going to end up and what your fifth dimensional experience is going to be. Now, some people have the framework of, they've enslaved you. They programmed you using UK Ultra Mind Control programming. So you're going to be thinking, oh, they're going to enslave us and the Illuminati is going to rule us, and, we're going to be placed in FEMA camps. So if that's your framework, at the time when God from the center of the Milky Way galaxy is looking through the lens of the sun at you, which is earth, if your mind frame is you're going to be a slave, then you're going to be a slave. On December 21st, when that portal opens up and your mind frame is that there's going to be a magic city and the return of the Atlantis, then that's going to be your reality. Because when God looks at us, right, through the lens of the sun, right, at earth, from the center of the Milky Way galaxy, right, then what he's going to see, he's going to allow us to manifest in reality whatever our thoughts is. That's why it's important for you to raise your vibrations right now. That's why it's important for you to tap into everything that you can and blend in with the four elements, so that you can vibrate on the fifth element, which was love. Because God is love. He who loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. So listen, you want to make your preparations, you need to start making your preparations right now. The government ain't finna create no evacuation plan for you. You need to make your own evacuation plan for yourself. I want to encourage you to get into the Bible, because man can't live off of bread alone, but out of every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the living God. You know what I'm saying? And I want to encourage you to blend in, make peace with all four elements, and stop relying on the white man to teach you fire, because he's not going to teach you what he learned. We have to learn, how to blend in and become one with the sun, because it is our best friend. In fact, we know, right, that if you want to decalcify the pineal gland, gland and open up your third eye, you have to look at the sun. Healing comes from the sun. Life comes from the sun. So go and spend time with the sun. You see what I'm saying? My time is up. I hope you was blessed by this. Pass it on. God bless you.